Next to my parents' bed on my mother's side was always a small wooden side table. Now it's still there today, and it houses her reading light, her alarm clock, and a remote control to the television, which she likes to watch prior to dozing off. Now underneath it is one lonely drawer. And while I don't remember exactly when I first peeked into it, I gather I must have been 5 or 7. I opened it up, and there, overflowing, seemed to be hundreds of socks. Dress socks, athletic socks, white socks, black socks, pink socks, navy socks, and striped socks. Curiously, I asked my mother why didn't she fold them, to which she replied matter-of-factly, "I wish I could, but they don't have a match." In my childlike wonder at the time, this did not really compute. Socks come in pairs. We wear 2 socks. We put these socks in the laundry, and yet for socks not to return as a pair again, that's a completely foreign idea for a 5 or 7-year-old. Yet as I got older and began doing my own laundry, while the disappearance of socks from the dirty pile to clean laundry, while seemingly an anomaly, is a normal occurrence. And today, like my mother before me, my family has a mismatched sock drawer, which is constantly growing. While the disappearance of socks is astonishing in and of itself, what I find even more fascinating is how attached I am to these mismatched socks. Logically, I realize that the odds of finding its match get less and less after each load of laundry. Yet months, and in some cases years, go by, and I am still holding on to that slim hope that a lonely sock will pop up and be united with its pair. So I wonder, why is it so difficult to let go of something which in reality is pointless to continue to hold on to? Similar to not being able to let go of those mismatched socks, many people in a week or a day or even years hold on to or hang on to harmful emotions, such as a frustration resulting from a trying encounter with someone. Many hang on to anger over an irritating situation, and many might even hang on from stress or hang on to stress from realizing what needs to be done but not having enough time to do it. Instead of letting go, many hold on to those frustrations and act as if grasping onto them gives one useful power. Instead of letting go, many replay irritating situations over and over again in the mind, and that anger shapes present and future actions. And instead of letting go, many grasp on to stress, letting it penetrate the mind and the body, then sadly welcome this state of tension as normal. Yet when we cling to these emotions, as opposed to immediately dealing with and moving on from them, we tremendously harm ourselves and our future interactions with others. Furthermore, that constant presence of frustration, anger, or stress prevents us from fully taking pleasure in and appreciating our lives, our loved ones, and our experiences. Now, we know, however, all too well that letting go is not easy. It's hard, it's complicated, and it's tough. Yet with some techniques, we might find it easier to release our grip on those negative feelings. When frustrated, we could let go by focusing our energies on aspects of life that we can control rather than those we cannot. We could channel that negative attitude towards something positive, such as taking a walk, reading a book, or helping someone in need. Or we could take time to learn something new. When agitated by something or someone, we could let it go by finding a space to be alone in order to scream it out or cry it out. We could let it go by minimizing blaming others and taking responsibility for our own actions. And we could let it go by exercising that anger away. And think about when we're stressed out. We could let it go by taking a few deep breaths. We could let it go by completing simple tasks so that our to-do list doesn't seem so long. Or we could let it go by using humor to laugh it away. While these approaches might seem complex to introduce into our regiments, imagine how freeing it is when we do let something go. How healing it is for ourselves to let it go, or how refreshing it is when we let it go. And it's this freedom from frustration, from anger and stress, we could each use in our lives. See, our Torah portion this week is Pinchas, and it connects to this idea. In reviewing the various holidays we as Jews are obligated to celebrate, including Passover, Shavuos, Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, to name a few, the text explains the sacrifices the Israelites were to offer at that specific time. Now, we do not and have not offered sacrifice in the biblical sense for thousands of years. Yet within this archaic rite, we can learn something invaluable. See, the metaphor of this outdated practice reminds us of how important it is to forfeit something we think is valuable. And just like that collection of mismatched socks that stares at me each day, or more importantly, those feelings of frustration, anger, and stress we all carry with us, there's no reason we need to continue to carry it around. And you know what? That freedom of tossing those socks out and letting go of those negative feelings allow us to start anew each morning and appreciate the true blessings we have in our lives. Shabbat Shalom.